Are we on? Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the studio. I feel like I haven't streamed in a little bit of time. Let me know if you can hear me because I keep forgetting to look up this error message that I'm getting. Is it Peg? I was going to say, Peg, you were ready. You were always ready, aren't you? But again, Peg, let me know if my sound is good because yeah, I always get that weird error message. So good. And let me know if it gets crinkly. So, I'm in the process. My new computer should arrive on Monday. So again, if the stream gets cut off because I've blue screened, I will just reboot the computer and jump back in. And I apologize ahead of time for any issues. So welcome. So yeah, we got a lot to work on today. The main thing that we're going to be working on is the bracelet. So let's get started. Oh my gosh, let's go over to I've rearranged my things, damn it. Workbench and me, that sounds good. Don't love the yellow tray, I feel like it's adding something, but let's see. This is the tray of in progress stuff. So the main thing that we're working on today is the bracelet. And remember last episode, we got some enamel on the top, we got enamel all the way on the bottom, and we got this many, a quarter, is that a quarter or a third? A third of the wire glued on and fired on the inside. And so our main task of the day is to get the remaining wires fired on the inside. And then we're going to do the foils. I've actually already textured and I've got my 24 karat gold foil over here. Here it is. Let's have a look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. I got it textured and ready to go. That'll go on where the gold wire is. And I thought I did the silver. I did not have to do that as well. So all in all, I bet it is a bit ambitious to get all of the wires fired on today. But you know what? We're going to make that our mission. Good morning, Vilna. Good morning. And yeah, so that is in between when this stuff is cool, dry, whatnot. I remember we have all this other stuff in progress. We've got these. Remember these? I was away all weekend. I went to a wonderful conference at East Carolina University. Thank you. Everybody was so kind. You forget how wonderful people are. People are excited about enameling. So I got to give 2 presentations and some demos. I didn't get done. That's what I'm saying. I've gotten nothing done since the last time you saw me. And so, fortunately, we're not working on these today. I'm probably going to be working on these kind of by myself the rest. I did sell, actually I sold this pair of earrings. I finished these, and I also sold a pair of, on my Etsy store, these. Took a picture so I know exactly the colors I need to get to. Purple, we're doing this in purple right there. So this is on a project, and maybe we'll get started with the color and this pair of earrings as well. And that'll just be kind of in between. The good news is yesterday I did go ahead and make wire. So we've got the wire made. This needs everything from start. So that's kind of the plan for the kiln is idling. I had it on earlier because I had some thoughts of getting some stuff done beforehand, which did not actually happen. So I don't think it would be a bad idea to turn the kiln on. I was trying to decide. Yeah, we're going to set it to 1430, 776 Celsius. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Let's quickly go over to the kiln cam. Yeah, I mean, I had it on, so it's at 900 that long, but I had 13. So that is good to go. The kiln cam. Yeah, and I think because I'm having such trouble with my computer, I'm not going to do all 3 cameras at the same time. We're going to stick with 2 cameras because when I had the 3 cameras going and I was doing pop-ups, and I'm also not going to do pop-ups. So I do hope you will, if you haven't visited my Vimeo channel, go to sandramcEwen.com/videos. You can sign up for that for tutorials, but I'm not going to put that up because I feel like that my computer just can't handle it. My computer sounds like a jet engine right now. It was making this other noise earlier, so I just can't wait for my new computer to come. So kiln is on. We're going to get all the stuff that we don't need. Oh, we do need these wires because these are the wires we're gluing on here. So we need these, but we don't need anything else on this tray just yet. So the tray can just move over here. And just live all the way over there. And let's just adjust this a little bit. So we've got the wires, and remember we're doing the interior groups in batches of 3/3. So I'm just going to get a pencil and mark basically, oh good, it's already still marked, perfect. Just going to mark that again. Obviously I know where that is, so we'll do that. We'll do from here to here. And I could be doing the top at the same time, but I'm just, for the simplicity of it, going to get the interior curly cues done first. No reason, well, I mean, I have a reason, but it's not relevant. So that, we need a little bit of glue. I'm using my blue stick today. So let's mix some of that up and maybe zoom in just a little bit. Let's see if it's easier to see, like, let's see if I can actually see. The problem is it's like working around the camera. I did a poor job at ECU. Well, it was different because in this I can actually see, I could actually just look in the camera and do it. It'd be a little bit weird. But let's get some glue ready. We're going to use a lot of glue today, so going to make a lot of glue. And give it a little stir. And then add a bit of water. That, how about a little bit, thin it out a little bit. And yeah, gluing these wires is not going to be the most exciting thing, but I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to have a good time with it. Things will get really excited when we actually get to the color for this, because remember, it's a rainbow. It's going to be rainbow colored. All colors will be represented. And oh, good morning. I turned my font size down. Actually, that was a huge mistake. Orion. I have to remember. I have to get a for everybody's name. Good morning. Good morning. And just, there we go. Can you see what's going on? I'm going to zoom out, but then zoom in a little bit. How about that? I think that'll work. I can kind of look under the camera. So I'm just gonna, I see one little wire this little wire right here has been bugging me. So I'm probably gonna take a moment and just, I'm gonna jam him. I need a toothpick just to press him down. There we go. It's my finger. He'll be fine. There we go. We just don't want anything really sticking up. So let's, I think it's, wait, actually don't, it doesn't really matter. It swirls this way or that way. It honestly, let's just get started. I'm just going to do that. Oops. I'll see what kind it's going to be. Need to take one moment. Looking around the camera, I'm just going to have to lift it up just a hair. There we go. That is better, I think. The problem is, working on something that's hard to see. It's hard for me to see, and it's kind of hard for you to see. So I'll just, oh, the kiln's up to temperature. It's raring to go. We won't be ready for a while. Let's just, oh, that's good. I actually kind of like getting the edges. A little bit of these, and then we'll fill it and give it to me. Oh, I twisted that. It's almost easier to come in from the other side. Yeah, I normally would try to warm up with something easy, although this is pretty straightforward. It's just curly cues. It's not anything, but it's just starting the day with something big can be a little bit challenging. I need a little one. I should have made more tinier ones. There we go. So I'm kind of gonna steal you. Put you there. There we go. Sounds good. There. Pivot you around a little bit. I might also, two things, because I keep sticking my hand. I'm going to cut this so I don't keep sticking myself to this piece of tape that for some reason this particular roll of tape is a little extra sticky, so the wires are getting a little bit torqued when they're coming up off it. I'm just going to cut this. There we go. Set you over there, and you, very sticky, can go in the garbage. There we go. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to glue, because it was a bit of a tiki torch, if you remember, and there's nothing to be done about it since we're not going to let it dry overnight. But it is going to take forever to dry if I don't just pick up. I used a lot of water, so it should be all right. Let's see if we can just pull some of that moisture out without messing up our wires. There we go. That'll make it dry just a little bit faster. That's good. Now, that is good. I have to change the font size. Just give me a moment. Chat appearance. Yes, bigger, biggest. That's biggest. Chat settings. So much better. So much better. Now, let's continue. Having a slow start. Can you? Like that. Let's pivot up a little bit. Right in there. There we go. And we're going just about up to there before things start sliding around. Go. And let's see what else is going on. I'm super excited about. So I know if you haven't gone over to Enamel Art Jam, please go visit it, and I hope you will participate. It's coming soon. If you haven't filled out that form about saying you want to participate, you should participate. If you do any kind of enameling, any kind, you need to help. You need to participate in Enamel Art Jam 2023. I am starting to think of the themes. I've got some interesting lists. It's going to be random. So there's going to be 2 words in the theme, and you're going to randomly get one and then the other word, and that will be your theme. And I haven't quite nailed it down yet, but I am excited. So I'm thinking if you sign up, you'll get all this information probably in the next week or so, but I'm thinking that the Enamel Art Jam will start, you'll get your theme on March 1st, and then you'll have 3 months to make whatever it is in enamel, sort of, and no one's going to question your interpretation. It can be as close or as, however you want to interpret it. So March 1st, you'll get it. March 1st, April 1st, May 1st. Is that 3 months? Either May 1st or June 1st, whatever. Maybe we'll say May 13th. Give yourself 3 months because you have to have time. We will see what everybody makes. All right, now I was blabbing. And now get a little bit more. But I'm hoping to do, I think I'm going to do, I've really been trying, well, I was doing Blender. I wasn't finding Blender all that intuitive. It's a 3D program to make models. I downloaded the free 30-day trial for Fusion 360, which is the Autodesk modeling program. It's so intuitive. I've been doing the tutorials. It's amazing. It's exactly, I realized, sometimes I can't even say on one really intuitive and the other one not, but I have more in the last, 72 hours 3D modeling just from doing the tutorials for Fusion 360. So I think it's because AutoCAD before 100 years ago, it has kind of an AutoCAD. It's really precise, which is exactly what I like. So let's put a little dot right there. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. Put you there. Let's just see. Oh, is your sound crackly? Oh, is it? Hold on. I keep it in my pocket. Maybe I need to keep it in my back pocket, if that is helpful. And I'm sitting on it. Is that better? Creative enamel designs. So you let me know if that sounds better. Move this up here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's more comfortable in the front pocket. And it came with like a little clamp with a magnet. And at some point, I have all these metal tables. At some point, I lost the magnet to one of the tables, and I can't find it. I know it's attached to the bottom of the table. So, thanks for letting me know. Yes. We'll get all of these on. That'll be fine. Honestly, let's get this little guy. You go in there. I bet you'll squeeze right into that little corner. There you are. That sounds good. So much. Let's put you here. I should have done a couple big ones. A, takes up a lot of real estate, which is nice. And B, it kind of gives you a nice visual thing. But I did not, and I'm not backtracking at this point. So, get you. How about a dot? There we go. Let's take a little bit of time. Let's just quickly wick up some of this moisture. There we go. And pivot it down for the last. I'm gonna go just to here. That should be good. I wonder if I'm going to have enough curly cues. Yeah, I think this was a different, I got a different, not a different brand, but a different thickness of the tape, and it's just a little too sticky. I mean, the wires are, you know, as I'm plucking them off, they're kind of torquing a little bit, which is not pleasing me. Dot. Right there. Yeah. Almost there. Oops. And just, I'm going to go just over that line, you know, because then we have to do all of those. We'll put a dot here. That should be good. Oh, let's put this big one over here. That looks good. Ugh, so much glue. There we go. Just like that. You can just go like that. One more of these. That should get us. And let me do a little bit of wicking of that glue, or else it'll take quite a while to dry. A little bit. Try not to mess up the wires when I do that. There we go. So we've got the glue. I think it starts right about here that we started and to here. So I'm going to go ahead and go put this under my hot lamp to dry. And we've got just this many left. I wonder, hold on, we've got, oh yeah, we got here to here. Maybe we'll need to make a few extra wires. That won't be too bad. So I'm going to carefully carry this over and we'll let that dry. And in the meantime, we're going to kind of work on some earrings. So I will be right back with this. There we go. So we're going to put the lid on this glue because we don't need it right now. Don't need it, but we don't want it to dry. And I'm going to stick this just like that. We got this many left for the inside. And let's pull our little guy over here. And what we're going to do is, remember we've got our bases for these earrings and they need to get caught up. So we're going to do some counter enamel on the back and the little wire work on the back, the front. We're hopefully going to bring them up to this other pair of earrings, and this has one coat of color already. So we're just going to do that. It'll probably take about 10-15 minutes for that glue to dry. Honestly, if I was here in my studio and I didn't have an audience, I would probably let it dry for half an hour, but we don't have that luxury. So, not luxury, but we're just going to, it won't matter so much because it's a black background for that interior. So if there's any weird glue residue because I didn't let it dry long enough, I don't care. But when we're on the top, the front, after we've done, the foil and the wires, that's when it matters. So we've got these little guys, and we're going to be using I have it right here. How convenient. 1990 Grisaille Black. Probably need a couple of things. A sifter. We need some clear fire. We don't need that. And I'm going to get this piece of paper because I've got little bits of glue on it. And we need a trivet. Did I already say trivet? Trivet, sifter, clear fire. Trivet, sifter, clear fire, also a brush. Trivet, sifter, clear fire, clear fire. There's the clear fire. Trivet. Oh, no, this. Trivet. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that'll be fine. Trivet. Sifter in because might as well zoom up. Auto. All right, come on. Zoom. There we are. I don't know why I can't turn them. Manual. You know what? Whatever. You get the idea. Let's put a little clear fire in here. Do we need a lot? We don't need a lot. Just a little bit will do. Let me grab a little Dawn. A little bit of this. This will just make it just the tiniest, see if I can get the tiniest drop of Dawn in here. Come on. There we go. One tiny little drop of Dawn will break the surface tension and get you a nice even coat, and you won't get any splotchiness. There we go. And finally, trivet with some of this. And fine. You know what? I've made, don't forget to put on, for sifting, your thing. So it's fogged up my glasses immediately. Just wonderful. There we go, a little bit. That's way more than we need, but it'll be fine. And I've got a set of trivets there for everything to hang out on at the end. So we're going to do a base coat before we put our wires on the back. I know I'm going to do a little wet hacking later, but that'll do. Oh, I've contaminated the clear fire with black. That is not a good look. let that dry. Yeah, I got little flecks of black in there, which is disappointing because I'll need to make more later. Gonna go put these under the lamp as well, and we will be right back. Oh, good morning, Angie. I'm just gonna call you, Ms. Angie. There we go. Oh, Ms. S. Oh, Angie. Hello, Angie. It's hard because people, the long strings of names that people come up with each other. And I'm like, I'm trying to parse a first name out of those things. Presentation went great, I think. I stressed out a lot about it and had to do it twice. It was, which I've never done, had to make a presentation and then you get all the adrenaline of having it be done and then realize in an hour you have to do the exact same presentation again to a different group of people. But I thought everyone was super kind. To be honest, I have no idea if the presentation was good. I had a lot of, actually I can talk, I can talk endlessly about enamels. But I don't know if I can talk endlessly intellectually about enamels. The official, am I sifting? Oh, I am going to be sifting this again, so I don't need to wipe this out. So everyone was so nice. I'd forgotten how enthusiastic people can be about enamels because I just sequester myself in here all day in and day out, and it's just me. All right, so we're going to set that aside for now. Things are just drying as is the way of it. So what little thing can we do? I'm going to move this out of the way because we are going to be doing something. But you know what we can do? I'm going to get, I did pull some of the colors that we're going to be using for both of these pieces. Remember, okay, so let me just refresh your memory. We've got that purple pear. I don't have it printed out, but I printed out the photo. This is the photo from Etsy, so we need to make it look like that. I love these purples. It's kind of a reddish purple on the inside, going to a really kind of grape purple. Has a really pretty glow to it. So we've got that. And then remember, we're kind of working our way through this series. Oh, I'm wearing these right now. I finished them. I don't know if you can see. I should take them off. Hold on, I'll show it to you. And I decided I think I'm going to keep them. I was going to photograph them and put them on my Etsy store, but I decided I liked them and I'm going to keep them. And I only had one set of these peridot, and peridot drops are hard. These top drilled ones I've found really hard to find. So if you have a good supplier for top drilled briolette, really high quality peridot, let me know. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure if I put these on my Etsy store, I actually have had some people wanting things that have peridot on them. I know they would sell, and then I wouldn't have them. And I very rarely actually wear my own earrings, but I liked these so much, so I'm keeping them. Oh, Angie, were you at the presentation this weekend? Let me know, because that'd be awesome. I thought all those young people at ECU, I bet they are on Twitch. Yes. And, we have these two that we're ready to add color. So we basically, I also finished this pair, which came out really nice too, which I have not yet put on my Etsy store, but I'm going to do it as soon as I have time to drag out my photo dome, my cloud dome, to take a good picture of them. So that is good. You know what? I've blabbed, and I bet the earrings are ready to go into the kiln. So let's just go ahead and fire those, and then we'll think about all this other stuff. I'm old. We're all old. AZ, gotcha. So let's go over to the kiln cam and fire the earrings. Just the earrings. We're not quite ready. Well, I'll look. No, there's no way I'm firing yeah, I can still see how wet that glue is. So we're not putting that in, but we can certainly put these beautiful little earrings in. I have the kiln set for 1430 Fahrenheit, 776 Celsius. And where's my, oh, I'm like, where did I put my thing? I organized. Yeah, just one thing. I feel weird just doing one pair of earrings, but here we go. Oh, just fold right on in there. Yeah, so generally speaking, you know, by the time this gets back up to 1430, I guarantee you that the enamel is melted. I bet even by the time we get back up to 1400, it's ready, because I do like to not overfire my counter enamel. So as long as it's glossy, it is good. So we're gonna let that do its thing. And I'm going to go have a sip of my water. Workbench. All right, let's see. It's nowhere near. But there's not much in there, so it's not going to take that long. Oh, 1400. Oh, and correct. There we go. Boom. Let's pull you guys out. And there we go. Let's get you. We'll cool you down. Just like that. That'll take just a moment. Now let's go back to the workbench and me. Workbench and me. Now, while that is cooling, we've got these colors for those two earrings, and I'm going to go ahead and give them a little mini wash while we are, you know, waiting for things. This is just constantly, so I'm going to get an extra, I'm going to pull, you know what, I'm going to move this out of the way. We got the glue and the glue. Remove the sifting. Good, I've spilled it. Lovely. Oh, and that was contaminated anyway, so honestly, let's just bring you over there. There we go. That's perfect. So we've got the colors we're gonna do. We've got plain, clean water, dirty water. Oh, and I do need to wash some N55, very pale blue, but we'll start with these colors. These have been, they're already washed, there's not even that much there. And I'm just going to give them a quick, there we go. A quick little mini wash. Someone, see, look how clean that is. Looks perfect. So we'll just put you back here. I wasn't actually sure what shades of blue I was using. Probably need to go back to the video. Did I write it down? Maybe. But these are in the front, so I'm pretty sure I used this. This is a really pretty turquoise color. Love it. Love it. This is that 546 lump that we ground down. Old Thompson. These are all looking good. Go. Wasn't sure about this. This is 295 turquoise. Very pretty. Oh, hey, Drew. Hey, Margaret. Welcome. I hope you had a good weekend. We've got this. A little bit of that. And then our pretty greens. Not much left of this, but I think I got more of this already washed. There we go. All right, now I bet, let me just get these other two greens. And it's looking fine. 737. Now that's good. We'll do the purples and that last green in a moment. I bet those earrings are cool, and we're ready to put the wires on the back. The little, you know, little bit of wire. Yes. All right, so remember these little guys. They have one coat. They're still a little warm. One coat, you can see this one has a little bit. So we've got, let's go find the wires that we're going to put on there. I've got to put my, where did you go? Here we are. Saved one over here. Oh, so it's stuck. It's right here. A little SM on one side. See, this is that same, everything is just stuck to that tape. So I'm just going to, because I want to save this. That was a pretty good drawing that I might want to use again later. And we've got our little wires just on one. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on. It doesn't matter which one goes on. I mean, I guess it does. But I'm going to put it on, and we need our, we're just going to use our clear fire. And we're just, oh, ooh, that water's in the way. If there's some liquid, I'm always going to find a way to spill it. I'll close that a little bit. And I'm just going to put it, right here or here. It's a pretty big circle. I should have gone a little bit smaller. Do like that. And I'm going to trim that just a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit. Let's, oh. I'm going to zoom in. There we go. And I'm trying to be very, not, I guess, cautious. I guess, what is the word? I'm trying not to do too much zooming or manipulating, because that's what causes my blue screen. My my laptop can't handle all the excitement. I'm going to scoot you up. There we go. So that's why I'm trying not to do too much toing and froing, changing, unnecessarily changing the camera, because I think that's might be what caused my problem. And I'm just going to carry this over here, and oh, we'll just see if we can bring it over. Well, no, we're not. I'm just going to come over here and sift this myself off camera, just because. There we go, a little bit of that. And I've done no filing on the edges of these pieces. I'll do that at the very end. There we go. So we've got this little guy, and I'm going to put the S and the M in. I like to do it after I've sifted, or else it just kind of swim around. So, and get the S. And the M. we go. Oh, you little bastard. Oof. Give it to me. There's a lot of glue stuck up. There. I have to clean mine. And you think it doesn't look like there's glue on these tweezers, but there's like just enough that it wants to stick to the wires. And I honestly need to get a little X-Acto and just kind of scrape off the extra glue. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Hopefully that did it. And then I'm just going to sift one coat on this. I'm not even going to do any clarifier. I'm just going to do a little sifting. Well, you know, maybe I will do some clarifier because I want to make sure I get this end. So let me put a little clarifier, and yeah, you'll just have to imagine the excitement of sifting. Where did I put the trivet? Oh, here it is. Trivet. Sift on the trivet. This is such a strange shape. It barely sits on a trivet, but I don't like to get the enamel on my fingers. So there we go. A nice coat like that. So we're going to go put these back under the light. Such a strange little shape. There we are. We're going to put these under the light to dry. I'm going to have a looky-loo at the bracelet, which I don't think is ready. And we'll finish washing these and kind of move along with the other things. So stay tuned. Maybe. Well, all right. No, a couple more minutes. You can see the glue is mostly dry, but I see a little bit of gloppiness. So let's just say a couple more minutes and then we'll fire that. Just if there's some moisture, it'll just cause all of the wires to dance around, and it won't be a happy dance. It will be a dance of... So that is good. But we are done with the black sifting because we're going to do a little bit of wet packing on the back of that earring, but that will be wet packing. So let's take a little moment and clean up our little area of this. Let's see if we can see that. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. So we're just going to, definitely going to wash this out. Not going to use this for clear until I've washed it. Luckily I've got like 100 of them. Not quite literally 100, but I have many. And where did we put? And I don't really worry too much about putting the black back in. The black. It's all good. There we go. We've got that. And we are done with that for now. I am going to go ahead and just give this a quick rinse because if I forget, I'll be sad and I'll use it for clear. Nice. There we go. We'll let that dry. Oh, maybe we'll use this one for, I got these new tea towels. They were at the grocery store. I'm trying to use less paper towels, but they're actually not that. You'd think they would be. They're meant to be absorbent, but they're not. Specifically, they were marketed as great for drying dishes, and I'm going to say they are not ideal, but we'll let that dry. Maybe it'll be dry by the time we're ready. And let's come back over here and see what's going on. That's drying. There we go. So, and you know it's going to be a tiki torch. So there's the excitement of that to look forward to. Let's continue just washing these enamels over here. We got to get these purples. And I'm going to lift up just a little bit. see what's going on. This was the clean, that is the dirty. Just taking a moment. There we go. Add these purples. I'm not sure, I haven't used purple in a while. Actually, these seem pretty good. So I'm hoping that these purples are good. We will wash some if we need to. And we definitely need some blue. So we'll do that. Oops, just put that anywhere. 14B. This is all miscellaneous. I think these are Hirasawa. I think that's Ninomiya. I just randomly picked ones that, luckily they all play well together, so it doesn't matter. So we'll just, quick little thing, oops, set you. I love this, S172B light purple. It's just, it's really pretty. It's not quite, I mean, it's almost a pink. Not gonna lie, sometimes this sample ends up on my pink sample accidentally, but it has a really vivid, it has a luminosity to it, which I really like. And this will be our red purple, which doesn't look great. Let's see how it is. It's okay. I think it'll be okay. Looked like it had dried. It looked like I'd left it wet and not let it dry out properly, which probably was the case, but we got away with it this time. Just a little extra. Make sure. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Now we're just going to get some N55 very pale blue because, as you know, I use a lot of it. You'd think it would be quite literally right here, but it is not. So we're going to look for it in the other drawer. I had to start an overflow cabinet of little things. As you can see, I've got these are super full. I've got like, these are just kind of like the things I like to have on hand. These are the smallest, the smaller containers of things. And that's just the warm blues. There's so many blues. So, oh, Camille says, oh yeah, Swedish dishcloths. I think we have some in our kitchen, but they need to be for, like when I do my grinding and polishing, I need a close weave rather than more of like a terry cloth thing, just because of how I'm doing it. But they're actually, I just honestly what they need is, I should have pre-washed them, because you know like when you first buy things, they're kind of a little resistant to water until you run them through the washing machine, which I haven't done yet. So I bet they'll be perfect after that. So we've got this, and you know what? Let us go and fire the earrings, and maybe the bracelet, So let's do it. That bracelet. Oh, I forgot to put the kiln cam on. I'm just wandering over there. I'm just like disappearing. Let's go to the kiln cam. The kiln. I'm going to do the earrings first, just to give the bracelet an extra moment to get its act together. Yeah, I guess that'll be good. Hold on. Trying to but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There we go. Get you in. Oh, there we go. See? Just flinging things into the kiln. Very good. All right, I'm going to look. All right, okay, maybe. Oh, I see a wire that I want to fix. Let me grab my tweezers. I'm going to be fixing a wire. You guys keep your eye on the kiln and don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. Oh, no. There we go. Hold on, I'm pulling off a wire. You can't see. I'm gonna jam you right there. We go. In there. There we go. That'll be good. How's everything going in the kiln? Alrighty, I've been fooling with the bracelet. Looks fine in there. $13.38. It looks not done. And we'll zoom in. I'm going to zoom in. You know what? I'm going to see about zooming in. Oop, zoom. Hold on. I don't want to get too close because I might run in. There we go. Move this out of the way. Don't want to trip over the camera. Oh, I bet you guys are done. Yeah. You guys can come on out. Get on out of there. Go on, get. Now, let's make some room. We'll put you over there. I'm going to use that. Now, whew. And if you remember, this particular width of bracelet isn't quite as loving this trivet. Oh, I see. I wonder why. There we go. As the other one. So let's not tip it over, shall we? All right, first I'm going to make sure it feels okay. There we go. Now we'll zoom in because I know you're going to want to see it catch on fire, which I'm not actually going to even look at because I don't like to see things catch on fire. So I'm stepping away. So oh, maybe it's not going to catch on fire. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, there it is. I say I'm not looking at it, but I can see it on my laptop. Oop, there we are. And just remember, when things catch on fire in the kiln, I mean, for the most part, don't open the door. You don't want to have it get more oxygen. So I'm going to, you've seen the excitement, so I'm going to back so I don't trip over the camera. And I'm going to back up. There we go. We're at 1377. And this black is pretty soft. But I do want to make sure things have a chance, an opportunity to melt into the enamel on the bottom, and that the glue has an opportunity to burn entirely away. So I'm going to let it go all the way to 1430. Unlike our friends, our sweet little earrings who, you know, they're smaller, they got less going on. 1433. Yeah, that is looking like it wants to come out. Yeah. Carefully. Just, and I don't mess with it. We just, like the majestic beast it is, we just let it do its thing. But let's see how you guys are. Are you guys cool? Cool enough. Ow. Cool enough. Ow. There we go. There we go. So that is the second. We have one more round for the interior of that. And let's go back here. There we go. Whew, that was exciting. that thing going in and out. It is so funny because the other bracelet I did is about 1/8 of an inch or a couple millimeters, 2 millimeters thinner than this bracelet, and it just sat perfectly on that trivet, no wobbling. Whereas this one, the width, there's just something funny about the width. It doesn't feel as secure on that trivet. So, you know, we'll hopefully not tip it over. But unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, but it's good enough that I haven't felt the need. And it's the best I can do without getting my arc welder out and like fabricating a unique trivet just for it, which I thought about, but then who has time? So until it tips over, it'll be fine. So, and I see I've got black. Just put that over there. And now we will do a little bit with these. We've got our wire is just, and I'm going to make sure nothing's sticking up. This one is fine until we get to the front. We're done with you, but we're going to do a little wet packing because there's not much holding this wire on the back. So I want to put a little bit more enamel there. And we're going to be using that same grisaille. We're going to be using a lot of this grisaille today, so we might as well get a little bit more. I've just got some in this cup here. And I am, where is my, here we are. And unfortunately, because I contaminated this with flecks of black, and maybe you didn't see them, but I see them, going to have to get a fresh one when we're sifting. And I'm throwing it away because I will forget. So that is good. Let's get a little clean water for here. And remember, we don't have to wash our opaques. So let's zoom in. Now I'm work. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to try one of those Swedish but I tend to destroy them with my grinding, so they're expensive. These tea towels or whatever, these cloths, were really inexpensive. It was the Harris Teeter special. So I probably need a brush. I'm going to use this one. So that one's done. And do I want to just throw it on a trivet? Oh, I left the trivet over there. So no, we'll just work a little bit. Oh, hold on. Let me turn that off. There we are. And then zoom in a little bit. Hopefully that will be okay. Nice big blob. And I'm going to do 2 coats of wet pack around these wires. I'll probably put a little bit more here and at the tip there because I didn't get enough. And then I promise we'll get to the front. It's all about the backs today, the B side. A little bit, just like that, and a little bit. Just. There we go. All done, and I will wick that. Yes. Just a little bit of wicking. There we go. We're going to let that, we're going to set you aside, and we're just going to do this single guy, let him dry, and I'm going to go put the, I bet that because it's so thick, that bracelet takes a long time to cool. It takes a long time to dry. Everything takes a little bit longer, but I'm going to go, it's cooled enough that I can put it on my steel plate to cool it down faster without it. I go shorter on the back. Sorry, somebody has asked, how high are the wires you use for the back? Probably about 1/3 of the height, or maybe, no, probably 2/3 the height of a regular thing. So if the regular ones are like 0.8 tall, I don't know, 0.6, something smaller, I start with 28 gauge and I mill it down. So, because it doesn't need a ton. So, all right, so we're not done with that yet. Let's go see what's going on with the kiln. The kiln, put you guys, ooh, I got shocked. It's dry here. I'm so ready for winter to be over. So let's just get you. Let's see. Oh, still a little. All right, we'll pull it. It's cool enough. Cool enough. Ow, except for the trivet's not cool. Whatever. All right, trivet's still a little warm. We don't need that. So here we have, there's our S and M all the way around. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to look at it like this and just make sure that nothing is stuck up a lot. I'm just going to use my fingers. Fingers are the best tools. And press. I can see this little guy. See here is sticking up a little bit. I'm going to get my tweezers and just gently tuck him. I think that's the one I was fooling around with before. Let's get you scooched a little bit, tucked. Come on, buddy. He might fall off. That would be... There we go. I know you can't see. There we go. He was stuck to the side. Let me just reshape him a little bit and push him down. That's good. There we go. We have a lot of depth for the interior of this. I actually think there's a 1 millimeter depth to this. I'll have to look at my 3D model. That's good. All right, so yeah, we're ready to start gluing the last. We've got from here to here, and we've got all of those on the inside. So, whew, it's getting exciting. That's cool, finally. So we're going to do these last little bits. Let's do it. Now, let's see if we can, yeah, you can see what's going on there. Wonder if I need more light. Would more light be helpful? Probably for me anyway. So, scooch over. There we go. Push you down a little bit. There. Now, let's see if we have enough. Oh, and you can see here, we have some discoloration. That's because I didn't let that dry enough, but it doesn't matter because I'm putting silver foil over this whole thing. I'd be a lot more concerned about this, and I would have taken a lot more care with it if I was leaving it with just the silver. But that's just what happens. So let's grab, where did I put the wires? Oh, here they are. Let's see if we have enough. And where did I put the glue? Over here. What time is it? 11:15. We're making good progress. I feel like we're making good progress. And there we go. Am I wearing my correct glasses? There we go. Does it matter? It honestly makes no difference. I'm going to actually lift up just a little bit. Give myself a little bit of room to work here. Let's put you here. I don't want to put another. Do I have another tiny? Oh, you're a tiny one over here. That'll do. All right, we'll do this side first. A little bit of glue. I'm going to put the glue over here. Oh, this one needs a little bit of fussing. That's good. And put you right there. It's getting exciting. There's that. Put you there. There we go. Now's probably a good time to say thank you for everyone that has subscribed to my, what is this, Twitch, to my Twitch channel. Thank you. Don't forget, it's free. Well, you get one free subscription if you have an Amazon Prime account, and you have to redo it every month. It doesn't roll over automatically. And when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm nowhere near there. I'm at 30 or something like that. I'm going to do a earring giveaway. Maybe it'll be this pair. If, you know, to be honest, if I can get there, you know, if you get there fast, maybe it'll be this pair of earrings. With the peridot. So jewelry giveaway when I get 100 subscribers. There we go. That was your commercial break. Also, if you subscribe, you don't have to watch the advertising, which I still haven't gone in and looked at. It's just going to be forever at whatever they default it. Hopefully it's not terrible. Let's put you right there. We're getting all of these little guys. I definitely made probably more dots than I needed because I'm not quite using them. I'm going to put a dot in. There we go. And I'm going to do a little wicking, and we'll pivot just to get some of that. Oh, it's like I literally had a moment of like something in the kiln. Ugh. I need like a purple light, like a colored light that goes on when something's in the kiln, because that little moment where you're like, you get that adrenaline boost. There we go. Now we're going to pivot it. Getting closer. We're getting to that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I am going to need to make more wires, more curly cues. But we'll see. Let's see how far we get with these. Definitely. You know, it's funny how it's just. Well, I'm compacting them in a way that I didn't do on the tape. So I guess we should start over here. It doesn't really matter. Usually I end up with extra. A little bit there. And I did these wires a couple months ago. I had aspirations, I think back in November, of finishing this bracelet, or starting this bracelet. But, so these wires have been sitting in a drawer for a while. I don't know if that's an excuse for not having made enough. I'll just stick some of that glue. usually, I think this was about the time that I got cut off, that my technology failed at the 1.5 hour mark of streaming. So if it gets cut off, just give it a moment and I will rejoin you in a moment when I reboot and restart my computer. Let's put a dot there. There we go. And a little bit of wicking. And we'll pivot it. We're getting close. We're about to meet up. All the good friends, the friends are meeting up at the end of the railroad. Let's see. Let's move you there. I hope I have some of these wires. We'll see if I had the forethought to make some extra. You right there. Two at a time. Let's just get you guys. See, there we go. I always think it's exciting when you meet at the end, meet the beginning and the end. There we go, we'll put you right there. And no, I got the, I upgraded the memory, and so it was technically kind of a custom thing. It's been shipped, and it is coming supposedly Monday or Tuesday. I'm very excited. It's my first Mac. I've been a PC person my entire life, so I'm excited to try a MacBook and see how it is. And it's also, quite frankly, it's been a long time since I've gotten something just like that I get the new thing, because usually, my husband does video games, and so he's got some really good equipment. I tend to get his cast-offs, and they tend to be really, really good, really good stuff, but it's never, it's always like he's gotten something new and fancier, and I get the old fancy thing. So, but to be honest, this laptop is, no offense, Dell. It's a Dell. It's trash. I don't think this laptop was ever his. So now that I'm thinking it, maybe it was. I don't know. So it'll be exciting. Oh, and now I'm ready. Let me put a couple dots in. And then we have to make maybe just 5 or 6 little curlicues to fill in. We don't have that much space to fill. So let me get a little bit of paper towel. There we go. Let's just do a quick little thing. Then we're going to make just a few wires and get those in place. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Oh, yeah, that worked. That worked. Now, let's see what the wire situation is like in the wire drawer. Let's see. 24 gauge to fit 18, 26 tall. Well, maybe. Let me see. Oh, 26 gauge for bracelet. That sounds like what I need. Phew, thank you, Sandra, from 3 months ago. 26 gauge for bracelet. I mean, this is a bracelet. How many bracelets have I made? Yeah, I'm on board. I'm gonna get rid of this plastic thing. All right, we don't need any of these, I don't think. See, labeling. There we go. We've got those. We're done with that. There we go. Hooray. I'll just double check, and it looks like there's plenty to make. Yeah, these are the right height. You double check. Yeah, excellent. So let's make just a few. Let me get my snippers and my those. Start. I'm gonna say we need 6 or 7 total. Let's see. Oof. I've lowered my seat weirdly. Oh, it's because I was trying to see under the camera. First curly cue of the day. That's not terrible. I'll make it work. That's a small one. We're using bigger ones. That'll be all right, but I bet I can do better. I'll do fine. How many did I say I needed? I am not doing good with curly cues today. 1, 2, 3. Let's just see where we are here. And my glue. Oh. Let's just put you right there. Nice little curly. Cute. Here's a little friend for you. There we go. Definitely made the jankiest curly cues. All right, we'll need a little one for there. That's fine. Oops. Put one dot right in there. All right, so we need a couple more, just a few more curly cues. Oh, get this light out of my way, and it will be golden. Golden, golden. Let me get the glue so I don't knock it over. We need a little one for that corner, and that'll do. I'm glad today's not a wire day because apparently I'm sucking at wires today. It's probably because it's not a wire day. My brain is not, bending wires. I'll do it all day long. It takes like a little bit of time to kind of get into it, or else it just feels like a struggle. And it feels like a struggle right now. So it's because I'm kicking myself for not having made extra. So, and honestly, I'm just going to lift this up. Can't see. And actually maybe this. There we go. I think that's going to be enough. 1, 2, 3. One more. One more. There we go. But yes, when I get that new laptop, I haven't spent any time in OBS Studio setting anything up because quite frankly, the computer can't handle it. Like, it can't even handle, like, the computer, this that I'm pointing at, this particular camera, it's just, a face camera. My computer, and it comes with like different settings, and my laptop can't handle any of those settings, and so it's on limited setting. So I'm sure if I'd had this laptop in 1991, it would have been like the fastest, most amazing laptop in the world. But that is not the case. There we go. That should be enough. We got a couple dots. If this doesn't do it, I'm throwing in the towel. Throw this whole piece in the garbage. No, I'm just kidding. There we go. We got this little guy right there. Scooch you guys in. Scooch you in. There we go. Tilt you a little bit. Oh, we probably have more than we need. Get you in, because you actually were probably one of the better curly cues. You've earned your spot right there. How about a dot? The dots are great for kind of like scooching things in. And then you honestly can hang out over there. And can we fit 2 more in or just 1? I think 2, but I'm going to remove this dot. This little guy can just go right there. Beautiful. Let me wick this little bit of glue, then we'll let it dry. Oh, hey, Ridley Sidekicks subscribed with Prime Gaming. Thank you. Getting closer to the free jewelry giveaway. Thank you for subscribing. Ridley. Can I call you Ridley? Also, I picked up a wire with that. Not that I'm moving away from social media like Facebook, but I'm moving away from social media like Facebook. And I'm thinking of doing where did this dot come from? Where did you know what? Maybe, all right, you know what? You just didn't want to go for the ride. You're going to stick right there. Anyway, I'm starting a Discord channel this week sometime. So if you're interested, and that's where I'm going to put obviously the schedule for the Twitch stuff will be available on Twitch always, because it always is. But also, if you have questions about what's going on in the Twitch live stream, the Discord channel is where you'll find it. So I will get that set up before next Friday when I'm streaming, and I'll let you all know if you're interested in joining Discord. But I just feel that I don't even know why I'm personally frustrated with Facebook and Instagram, and it honestly is probably more to do with me, maybe. So I'm just trying new things. So that dot didn't want to come. Did I? I did blot. So I'm going to put it just like that, because we put all these in. Look at all these. Oh, it's going to be so exciting. Now I'm going to do one more blotting, because I just feel like it's going to take forever. So Ridley is my Springer span. Oh, Sean, hello. Yeah, I think if you hit I haven't done it because I don't have to subscribe to my own, but to my own channel. But I think it's like if you hit the subscribe button and you're already logged into your Prime account, the second screen should give you the option to use your Amazon. But that's all I know. So yeah, that's good. I didn't lose any more. I'm feeling good about these. So I'm going to go put this under the lamp, and we will continue along. And the next thing is we're going to do the foils on this. That's going to be fun. So foils. Oh, I'm going to put this in the kiln too. I totally forgot. We could have put this in the kiln ages ago. Hold on, I'm arranging the lights. I'm putting the earring in the kiln right now. A single solitary earring. There you go, buddy. Oh, I don't need that. All right, don't let me forget that it's in the kiln. So we can, all right, they're the wrong size for regular earrings, so they're just going to go into the scrap. A little bit of scrap. You know what? I'm going to save them. You know, sometimes, just in case. Never mind. Scrap it is. I'll make more. There we go. Scrap. We're done. Are we done with this? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll save it in case we get so far that we're gluing the wires on the top. That would be very exciting. So that is garbage. Remember these. Definitely patting myself on the back for making extra. That was good. Let's put you back in. And so, what is next? Oh yeah, we have something in the kiln. You guys didn't tell me. It's only 13:46, so it's okay. I'm gonna go check it out though. Alrighty, 1364. Not quite melted. I guess I'll turn the kiln cam on just to make it exciting. Although this is where I got into trouble. Kiln cam, there we go. Ooh, 1410. I bet it's done. Yeah. 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 There we go. You are good. Where did I? Oh. Excuse me. Pull you off. Give it to me. You can cool down. That is good. Oh, we're almost ready to do, you know what we can do? I know exactly what we're going to do next. We're not going to start the colors, although these are nice and washed and lovely. And what we're going to do is, because we've got the gold foil, remember our wires. Let me grab those wires. Oh, hold on. I didn't switch back to the workbench. There we are. Ah, remember, hold on, let me get you out of the way. Let's grab our wires from underneath here. Our wires for the outside of the necklace, the whatever this is, bracelet. We've got our little bit of gold wires, and we've got our foil down here that's hanging out. It's ready to go. We need to do the bits of silver wire, silver foil. And we also need to do silver foil for this little guy too. So we're going to do them at the same time, if that sounds good. And I've got, for this little guy, I've got, put this right there. And I've also got, this is, I can use this as a template to cut that. I don't have these middle pieces, I just have this one. That's why I have this printed out. So let's grab some silver, fine silver foil. Fun with fine silver foil. Hold on, we have a little chat. Oh, do you mind sharing where you get your pattern plates? Not at all, Angie. I get them from a place, well, it used to be called metalliferous.com, and they've recently been acquired by another jewelry supply place. But if you do a Google search, you don't even have to spell it right. Google will know what you're talking about. Metalliferous.com. They sell probably 30 or 40 different kinds of, they come in brass, and they are long and skinny, and they're not expensive. So if you go there, you should be able to find them. And then we have another one of pause. I know you've mentioned this before, but have forgotten. What are your solid kiln racks made from? Oh, those are made of just steel that you can buy, because I don't like the mesh ones. Things fall down. Nothing sits on them properly. So I just buy sheets of steel, and I bend over the edges. And I think I get them in 20 gauge, a little bit thick. And you can just, I think it is like sheetmetal.com, not like a jewelry place. You can order them in 3" by 3" or 4" by 4" squares. Unfortunately, they just quadrupled their price. They used to be about $2 for like a 4 by 4 square of steel. And now they're, I don't know, like $8 or $10, which seems ridiculous to me. So I haven't yet found a different supplier of the steel, but any kind of, you just need some steel bits. So we've got that. Now I'm refocusing. There is nothing in the kiln, correct? And hold on, okay, we're good. Sorry, police officer outside, making sure she's not coming over here. So don't talk to the police. So let us get some silver. I think I have some silver. Did I make some silver? Let's find out. We've got the silver. We've got that. And we'll start. Did I? Let me see what I have. Do I need to make, oh, I made some. This should be enough to do the bracelet. And remember, with the top of the bracelet, we're going to have to do it in fourths, because doing in 1/3, maybe we can get away with it with the foil, but once we start with the wires, we're going to have to break it into quarters, because things fall off the front more than they fall off the back. And so we've got lots of this. And I'm going to see if I can use some of these smaller scraps for these little pieces. There we go. You can punch out a lot of holes for those. Remember these little guys? Yes. So these have some things already cut out. So this should be enough to do that. Hold on. Got to scratch. Oh, Parawire. Oh, everyone, it's parawire.com for the texture plates. And I still think those are budget friendly. So, and you can also make your own texture plates. If you do any kind of, I actually make mine out of copper when I'm doing them, because copper's, you're just putting the finest bit of silver or gold foil in there. So it's easy to, do the copper etching, and then you can do any pattern that you come up with. And I'll do that for any kind of really big piece that I want a custom silver texture foil for. So, all right, I've blabbed, blab, blab. That is good. Let me get these. We're seriously multitasking here. We don't need that. You can hang out over there. I just need to get the paper out of the way because I'm going to actually use the cutting aspect of this. And you know what? We'll start by getting our X-Acto. And I do like to get a clean, fresh X-Acto blade. So let's get one out of the Blade O'Plenty bag. Get a fresh one of these. And we can get a fresh. That. And one of these. And yeah, don't get your texture plates from, no offense to Rio Grande, they've got some excellent things, but their texture plates are expensive on Rio. And I think their texture plates on Rio are meant to be used with the hydraulic press, and so they might be slightly different. I'm going to save that one. I want to use this because I want that nice spiral started right in, so I'm going to kind of start in the center. And let's zoom in, get these out of the way. So let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. I need an invisible phone. There we go. Can we zoom in even more? There we go. This is when things freeze. Now, honestly, I'm just going to try to save the rest of that. There we go. You go over there. Oops. Oh, did I break the tip of that? No. There we go. Let's just get you, pivot you around. I know my big stubby fingers are in the way, but it's just, they're in my way too. There we go. All right, get you out of the way. And we're not, oh, I have to make two of these too. 2 earrings. I don't even know what I was thinking of. Very exciting. And yeah, you could just cut these with scissors, but with this particular shape, it is just actually easier to do it like this. Trim you just a little bit more. Especially with this thicker foil, you really don't want it to be too big, or else it'll kind of curl up over the edges and make a nuisance of itself. And this is probably one of the more difficult shapes to cut out of the foil, of all the earrings that I have. Trust me. There we go. I got a nice. Now I want to set this in a spot. Here we go. We got a perfect piece of foil. And I'm going to put you in the thing so you don't blow away accidentally. We need 2 of those. And you can see they should fit perfectly in here once we get get out of there some enamel on that side, which we haven't done yet. So we're just, I don't know why things keep flipping close, flipping that. All right, 1 more of these, and see if I can use, I think we can do, what about, I don't want to crack open these 2 kind of, I'm saving those for the bracelet. Just let me see what we have over here. Let's see. Oh, I love this texture. This is a really pretty texture plate. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Alrighty, so whatever. You know what? I'm just going to randomly pick. I think it'll be good to do this. That'll be fine. Can you stack the foil and cut out 2 at the same time? Yes, but I forgot to do that. So that's why I said, oh, I was supposed to make 2 of them. I was already. Sometimes it ends up being more of a hassle because they get stuck together a little bit. But yes, you can absolutely cut 2 at a time. And I just did not do that. So that's why we're stuck with this process twice. It's actually kind of good if you can maybe sandwich a very thin piece of paper in between them. Then they don't, it's easier to pry the silver apart from each other. But yes. I also wonder if you had one of those, what are those things called that make the decorative cuts, like the Cricut? If you could cut your foil using that piece of technology. I bet that would be right up its alley because it cuts decorative paper. So, hold on, let me. I think a Cricut is so 2011. So I bet there's probably a lot of used ones on the market right now. Then you could really do some really interesting, elaborate foil cuts. Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea. There we go. One more little cut. Everything else is going to go a lot faster with this. There we go. There. That should do it. I got one of these. Where did I put? You can go in there. Perfect. Now we just need to get, and I don't have the template for these 2 little pieces, but I have this, so I am just going to do that. And I'm actually, with these, because of the way I'm doing it with the paper, I'm just going to do them one at a time. And I'm going to cut these a little bit smaller. Again, nothing's in the kiln. Okay, good, good, good. Although sometimes I print these out on tracing paper, then I could kind of see. I'm just gonna, let's fold it and see if we can get 2 kind of good ones. All right, we'll do 2. We're gonna do 2 at a time. But that being said, I'm gonna sacrifice some of this. Hopefully I won't regret that when I get to the bracelet. I'm already regretting it. All right, let's just make sure that everything is good. Let's put 2. All right. Oh. There we go. Come on. Now, what if I could, no, I'm going to do scissors. Yes. And honestly, I have that tiny little gold pair of scissors that look real cute, but I actually don't feel like I have as much control over them as these, so. All right, let's see if we can do this. Oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna do this one. Don't need that. Let's see if I can get this. You know what? I'm gonna use mine. Exacto. Let's see if we can just. Oh, that one's good. Set you over there. Let me get this. Yeah, because you don't want to lose them. There we go. There's one. There's another. And then this little guy. Pivot you around just a little bit. Get you. Good enough. There you go. See if we can separate you. All right, 1 and 2. All right, that is for the pair of earrings. That was a pain in the butt. No problem. So before we do that last, or should we just, let me get a little bit of wet packing on that last earring because that'll just take a moment. Then we'll finish this. And can you stick the foil? Yes. I took a class from Harlan, but at the Enamelist conference using a Cricut to cut foil. It takes a little fiddling, and it's probably faster to use the Exacto unless you want a lot of shapes. Yeah, that's pretty much the case for any kind of technology. There's always a trade-off. There's always a trade-off. But really, the trick is using a fresh Exacto blade. That is honestly, don't skimp on the blades. Let me go get that pair of earrings, and we're going to get one last bit, because we're almost ready to put the silver on both of these things. Oh, 2 police cars. Oh, how lovely. Now let's grab these earrings. And grab the Busy Tuesday on Castle Street. There we go. So, one last little bit of this, and I'm just going to, I like to kind of work on it just to see if there's any mess. So, and also it's one more piece of technology that is going to take up some counter space, because I don't have much counter space left here. There we go. And I have a pretty big studio, so that says, I mean, I have a lot of tables. Ooh. Oh yeah, just put that anywhere. trust me, we're going to do a small tidy at some point very soon because I'm starting to feel, you know, I don't like to see a lot of stuff. Not that I don't like to work on multiple things. I like to keep things pretty tidy and organized in my studio, not the rest of my life, but there we go. There, that's lovely. We're just going to let that dry. We're done with the wet packing, so we can say goodbye for now to the grisaille for now. And put this on the trivet, which I left over here. And then we just have to do, I'm going to go check up on our friend the bracelet, see how the glue is drying, and we'll be right back. Noon. All right. Getting close, getting close. All righty. Last little bit, and I believe I want to measure, I'm pretty sure it's 15 millimeters across, and I'm going to, I know, let me get that piece of gold and I'm going to measure it because I know I measured the gold exactly, so that fits. Oh, look at that. I mean, I'd eat it. You could totally eat it and then poop it out. It'd be worth it. So let's measure that. And when I do my 3D models, it's always in millimeters. Millimeters is my friend. And I want to say, yes, 15 millimeters is exactly the width. And we're going to do, we've got, let me get you out of the way because you are precious cargo. You hang out over there. Let's just think about, because we'll do it in, I think we can do it in 2/3. But obviously, you know, this is kind of scooched over a little bit. Let me zoom out just a little bit and measure. It's a total, and I'm going to do this in inches. Let me easier. Let's do it. Alrighty, 220. Tell me, somebody help me out. 220 divided by 3 is what? Don't make me do math. 75, 5. So 220 divided by 3 would probably be 80. Well, no, 70. 140. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 74. 74. 74. 75. So 75. Let's just see. 75. 75. That's what I'm going to do. 75. And I'm going to write that down. 75 millimeters. There we go. So 15 by 75 will be good. And there's so much going on. I'm not so worried about getting any specific part. I just, in general, like the shininess of this. But you know what else is, this is also this is my other favorite texture. Like, I love this. Like, look at that. That's a great one right there. And really, 60? You bastard. Alrighty, so let me think about it for a second. Do I want to make more, or do I? Unfortunately, I can't get the camera all the way over to the rule. Well, no, I bet I could. Do I want to make more? Yes. I think it would be worthwhile to make a bigger piece. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put these back, save the big pieces, and the others can go into the scrap thing. We don't need that. So yeah, let's go ahead and make some fresh foil because I don't want to have to piecemeal it together just for my own sake. So let's make sure I've got some of this. I've got 4 sheets left. This is where I buy it, by the way, Enamel Art Supply. It is super thick, 10 microns. And as of a week or so ago, I believe this is on back order. Math's mad. You know, my dad is an engineer, an electrical engineer. You'd think that some of that would rub off on me. No, not at all. So we're going to grab a fresh piece. Woo! Just like that. And I'm going to make sure that it is, what did we say? 15 by at least 75 millimeters long. So 75, I think I know what I did. So I'm going to just mark it at, I want a little extra. I'm going to mark it at 80. Mark it at 80. Let's just do that. Let's be careful. This stuff is not inexpensive, so let's take that and put you back in the book. And so we need 2 pieces. I think honestly one good texture plate, 30. Honestly, I'm going to do, just in case we mess up, I'm going to do 1, 2, at least that, so we can have a third if we need it. All right. I don't feel like that was very straight, but good enough. Now let's go to, I'm going to have to untape this gaffer's tape. You should see this setup. It's bonkers, totally bonkers. And I'm just about to switch out. I've got a wooden, you can see this table right here. It's a plastic table. Whenever I mess it, it makes everything jiggle here. I realized I've got a table in my junk room that's made of wood that's sturdy, so I keep meaning to, but there's so much junk on it because it's the junk room, and I need to take all the junk off, disassemble the table, drive it here, switch it out. I know, it's very exciting. So we have this. I'm going to bring this, and I'm going to switch over to the kiln cam because that is the camera that might be able to make it. I say might be able to make it all the way over to the rolling mill. But if not, you'll see it from a distance. So do I need anything else? Scissors are never a bad idea. Take those and let us go to the kiln cam, which will soon be renamed the rolling mill cam. So, whew. Let's see what we can do. Untape you. All right, let's see how far we can get over. Oh yeah, I bet over here. That worked. Let me double check that oh, let's not trip. Yeah, all right, good. There we go. I think that's good. Lovely. So, texture plates. I have a mess of them. Here we are. Here are all the texture plates. And I've got it right here because it was on top because I just used this one. And let's see if this is going to be tall enough. I think so. Quick tip, instead of using paper of any variety to sandwich your piece of silver, I use a piece of plastic. I just get this at the office store. These are just covers to report covers, and I cut them down because they're nice and smooth and they won't impart their own texture to your foil, and it'll make it even shinier. The more you know. So we're going to sandwich it just like this. I have a video on how to do this on my Vimeo channel, sandramcEwen.com/videos. Sandwich it, put my piece of plastic just like that, and then I'm just going to come here. Oh, I might even have it still set from that. Do I? Let's see. Yes, I have it set because I made these the other day. There we go. Straight up. Let's catch it at the end. There we go. And here we are. This is garbage. These are one-use things. And here we have our beautiful piece of textured silver. There you have it. Super exciting. Now, I don't want to forget my scissors or my tweezers, or I'll have to get up and it'll irritate me. So scissors are in my hand. I've got my tweezers right here. All good. Now we're coming. Oh, let's have a look at, here it is. It's getting dry, almost ready to go into the kiln. Very, very exciting. Over the cord. There we are. Now we're back to the kiln. It's a good little field trip. There we go. Now, 19. Let's go to Workbench and Me. So now that was the piece that we made. Scissors we want, maybe. Oh, I didn't really need to bring that over. So I'll just set you. I have a pile of things to put away. Now, the last thing we're going to do is cut this, and then we will fire those things in the kiln. So I said 15 by, I wrote it down, 75. 15 by 75. Let's just mark it. And I need 2 of them, but I'm going to do one at a time in case it gets messed up. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Where did I put it? There we go. Oh, there we are. And notice I'm not starting at the end because it tends to snag. I kind of start shy of that end and then I'll go back. Just trim it and then come back here. That should be good. And then one more, and they might be a little bit long. We'll trim them when we're actually putting them on. It's a little bit thick, but whatever, we'll trim it down if we need it. It'll do. And so we need 1, 2, 3, a dot. Actually, that's easier to see. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, did I rip it? Let's see. There we go. Oops. That'll do. All right, 2 pieces of that. This is a spare in case we need more later, so that can just go in the box. And I'm going to put this away. And you know what time it is? I bet it is time to fire. Time to fire. The earring and the bracelet. Put these back, and let's go to the kiln cam. Now it's back to being the kiln cam. Kiln cam had an adventure earlier, went to the rolling mill. All right, what? Is going on? So we'll do the earring first, just because. Our little earring, our single little guy. There we go. 2 minutes, or probably not even 2 minutes. Probably not 2 minutes. All right, well, that's just gonna hang out and do its thing. I am going to let's see, 13:38, not quite ready. I bet we're almost ready. Yeah, I bet we're done. Boom. There we go. And let's just get you off of there. There we go. Oh, here's one that I haven't even put in the kiln yet. I just made this one. But I need to fire it first because it's like some residue that will always... Here's the sheets of steel that I used to make those plate things. They come covered in plastic. So, are we ready to fire the last interior? Certainly not the last. This is going to go how many times? You should count how many times this is going to go in the kiln. Come on, make you feel good. All right, so let us see how we feel about this. I feel good. Oh, fuck. I feel good. Feel good, feel good. Sorry, there's something going on with the police and it's capturing my attention. I'm like, maybe I should close the blinds. So we'll just let that do its thing. Oh, we can, if you want to watch it catch on fire, here you go. Enjoy that. Oops. There you go. There it is. Boom. There we go. It's used all the oxygen. Very excited. Now, if you leave this to cure overnight, this glue does not catch on fire. So I don't like seeing things catch on fire, but I know it's excitement. It is exciting. So we don't need that. Let's manual that. Oops, auto, thank you. Zoom, perfect. $13.65. There we go. Oh, are they leaving? Are we done? There's a lot of standing around there. Okay. Let's see, 14.20. Oh, I can see one wire sticking up. You little god. Oh, it's that one. I know exactly what wire it is too. All right, a little 10 more seconds just to let everything zoop, zoop, zoop. And yeah, let's try not to fuck it up this time. There we go. All good. No, nothing to see here. Oh, the police are gone. Seriously. All right. I bet this is cool, maybe? We'll find out. I'm just going to, actually. God, I can't tell. I mean, I wouldn't want to like hold it. It'll be cool by the time we switch up. How's that? Let us not leave this over here. And come back to the workbench and me. So we have our little strips. So we're ready to put those on next, but we're not ready yet because things are still, I'm just gonna set you guys over there, trying not to use my fingers, but here I am using my fingers. There we go. So we don't need that. Putting you away. And we don't need this wire. Put you away. Next up on the agenda, before we can actually put any foil on this earring, and you don't need to do foil. I know everyone's like, why do you use the foil? I like it because it's extra, extra sparkly. You could put a lovely texture on the silver and then just go from there. It's perfectly, perfectly acceptable. I just like the sparkliness of the silver foil, and you just cannot get that level of sparkliness in the silver without a lot of effort and work. So it's not impossible for sure. I'm going to grab that earring and we're going to sift some enamel of my choosing. I'm going to do Sawyer number 3. Then now we're cool. Let's see about this trivet. Let's get a fresh trivet. No, that's fine. We'll use this one. Grab that. Sawyer numero 3. There we go. We've got a little bit of that and that. And did I clean the sifter? Yes, remember I cleaned the sifter, so that is good. We're going to save that. Put cloisonne gold foil. And now, I very rarely just work on a single pair of earrings like this, but I constantly have an idea that I'm going to just spend a month and make earrings, and then my Etsy store will be just like a bountiful cornucopia of earrings. That is not the case. So if you want to see me make something, buy it in my Etsy store and we will make it together. So we've got that and this. Oh, I needed to get some fresh Clearfire because I contaminated the old Clearfire with black Me bad. And so let's go do that again. Grab some more clear fire. Where do you buy an X-Acto knife like yours? Novel Stew. It's pretty. Oh, you know where I got it? Well, I think I got mine at Jerry's Artorama, but there's that other website. I've had it for years, to be honest. Where did you go? Oh, it's over here. X-Acto. I've had this probably at least 15 years, but it holds these little guys. And honestly, I don't know where you would buy it, but Dick Blick is where I buy a lot of just straight up, I know that's such a name, dickblick.com. Lots of art supplies, and I certainly buy these from Dick Blick, but I'm not sure where I bought this. It's super easy to use. It swings up like that. It's comfortable, ergonomic. Here's my backup one. Gross, never use it, but sometimes. So, see, everyone's, there we go. A little bit of the clear fire, and there's going to be no shenanigans with this. No shenanigans. And don't forget, I'm going to put a drop of Dawn dishwashing detergent. And I think it's because I got such a perfect drop in the last one. I had to mess it up somehow. So, tiny little drop of perfect. The detergent is good. And I want to get a brush, and I'm going to clean my brush. And while I'm there, I'm going to clean that brush and this brush. You can never clean your brushes enough. Let's see how the tea towel works. Oh, beautiful. There we go. Now we are ready to sift some of this lovely, this is Sawyer number 3 Flux for silver. I honestly think this is the only flux, unless you can't find it. I mean, there's other options. You're certainly not doomed to failure if you cannot find Sawyer number 3 Flux as a base coat. Never use it on the top, just the base. And I like it for 2 reasons. It's hard, which is good. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to talk about that. And it really doesn't go yellow. If anything, it has a bluish cast to it, which is, trust me, so much better than a yellowish cast. So I love it. And it's been pre-sifted to a 200 mesh, to a 200 mesh. And we've got our little guy. Let me make sure that he doesn't have any black. And we're just going to sift a real thin coat. Just enough so that the foil has something to grab onto. Ugh, this is the weirdest shape. Get on there. Just a little bit, and then we'll put you just like that. Jerry's, yeah, is Jerry's Artorama national? I know they're based in North Carolina. I wish there's a really great Jerry's Artorama store in Raleigh. Unfortunately, I don't live in Raleigh anymore. I live in Wilmington, and there is not any good craft store here. I mean, Michael's Crafts, I feel like the craft store thing has been killed by the internet, probably. There was nothing better than spending an afternoon aspirationally shopping for craft supplies. There we go. How many sketchbooks do you need? It's a trick question because you can never have enough. There we go. Oop. There we go. All right, so I was just like Nothing's in the kiln. I keep having that little, oh, something's in the kiln. All right, nothing's in the kiln. These are gonna go sit under the lamp. I'm gonna go see what is what with that bracelet. Maybe bring it over here. Maybe, at least I'm gonna go put it on the plate and clean this up. Be right back. We're done with sifting for right now. All right, so let's see. Little guy. Put you here. Are you cool? Yes, you are cool. All right, I'm going to bring you over. Not bringing you into the camera just yet because we're going to clean up first. Now, just going to... But we are going to be sifting that same color, so I'll just set that aside. And I'm just going to put this back in. Like that. Done for now with that. So let's see what we have with our friend. Oh, this is nice. Oh, hold on. I don't even remember where I can see a thing that... But anyway, let's look at it on the inside. Look, we have all of the wires glued down on the inside. There's a little bit of places that need to get squished. I can see this over here. This must be where we just did it. Let me take a moment. I'm probably going to have to pluck off this wire and put it back on. Unless I can jam it in. You think we can? I'm just going to pull it off. I'll put it back on when we're doing the next coat. It's fine. Let's jam you down. So this is very, very exciting. Oh yeah. See, I'm just, these little wires that are, it's around the edge. They just, you know, oop. There we go. Well, you're tucked in, but you're, there, that's fine. Looks good, looks good, looks good. So we have on the interior. Now we still have to put like 4 coats of enamel to get all the way to the top of these wires because you can see how little enamel we actually have. But that's looking really good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our foils here, and we're going to do them, the foils I think we're going to do in thirds. And remember, we've got our gold. This is how it's going to go. And I was thinking, here's my, that is my initial, my little signature thing here. So I kind of want the gold to be, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to erase that. I'm going to mark where I think the top is because I feel like the orange, the red, and the fuchsia magenta colors are going to be right at the top. And so, actually it is on the top. There we go. So this is considered the top. Just so I don't forget. Now we have, remember, a coat of enamel, and yeah, it looks a little crappy. It's fine. Had a little bit. This is because I put it in wet. This is what happens when you don't let your enamel dry. But it doesn't matter. And you can see how it actually has a very blue cast to it, considering how warm the silver is. But that's still better than a yellow cast. And so it's a little thing. So I've already lost the top. So honestly, it's going to be kind of like from here to here. You know, I'm going to kind of lay it like that and blah, blah, blah. Let's just do it. It's going to take 3 seconds to do. And apparently 10 minutes of exposition. So I'm going to set that there. Let's grab our piece, and I'm going to make sure it fits. And honestly, here's the gold. It's going to fit just, do I need to trim it down just a little bit? No, I think it's fine. It's going to go just like that. Look how gorgeous that is already. I'm like, ooh, beautiful. But let's put some glue on it there. And I'm not even going to worry. We'll press it down at the next thing. It's going to get tacked on. And so We're going to do this in thirds, like I said. A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue. Glue, 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 glue. And you know, I could have, oh, you know, do I want to, I do. Do I want to anneal this? Do I want to anneal? No. I mean, I do, I should, but I'm not going to. I just don't feel like taking the extra step because, no, I'm not going to. I do what I want. Now I'm just eyeballing this for the center. Yeah, because if I had annealed it, this would just fall into place perfectly and not stick up. But that's okay. Whoop. Ugh. Scooches. There we go. Now, I keep fucking with it. There we go. My hands are off it. I'm gonna go put this under the lamp, let it dry for just a couple minutes, and then we're gonna fire it with nothing on top. Scooch it down, get the silver on. Maybe I'll anneal the silver. Maybe I'll anneal the silver. Yes. Because I bet the silver is going to be even less fun. So yes, we're going to go with the gold, but we're going to anneal the silver. So let's go over to the kiln cam because we're going to need to anneal the silver. I know it's half the thing is negotiating, doing something that you know you need to do and you'll regret not doing, but you don't want to do it. So we'll just set you there. We're here, and what I'm going to do is remember this that is brand. It's never been in the kiln. I'm going to just put it in the kiln blank and burn off any. There's like a weird little. It's not like a ton of plastic coating, but it needs to get put in the kiln. So I'm just going to throw it in the kiln. Well, I'm going to place it gently and professionally in the kiln with respect. And just to kind of give it its own little thing, you know, a moment. Because when we anneal our silver, we need it to be a fresh base with no, like if I put some of that on this, see how there's all this glass on this thing, there's nothing on that side, it'll stick itself down there and then you will be sad. So honestly, that is just going to hang out in the kiln for a moment. That's exactly why I didn't want to do it, because I knew I had to put that in there and there'd be some more dead time. But is it dead time or is it question and answer time? There we go. Everyone's under the lamp. I'm going to get a drink. And what time is it? 1 o'clock. Whew, boy, time just really, really flies. And I'm going to let it go to 1430. So that is what is happening. And there's nothing to see. It's like, I'm making an invisible enamel piece in there. And let me get the silver. I'm going to anneal the silver first. Let me get this out of the way. Hopefully everything is burnt off. Maybe 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. There we go. Now, hot. That should be good. Hopefully, we'll find out. And I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 pieces of silver on there. I know it's hot, so We'll see. Maybe just sitting on there would anneal them. There we go. Put you like that. And then I'm just going to put you guys in the kiln for a little bit of time. It doesn't take much. And just remember, after that foil's been annealed, it is delicate, delicate, delicate. But that'll make it want to conform to the shape and it won't stick up. And it'll make our lives easier. Whenever I'm doing anything really big, a big piece of foil, I do generally anneal it after I've done the texture, not before. So we're going to pull this out, then we'll put the earrings in, then we'll put the bracelet in. It's just kiln, kiln, kiln. Oh, I bet it's ready. There we go. Just set you over there for now. Let's get those earrings in. And then I'll try to keep that base, separate from all the others. And I will only use it for annealing until one of these other ones gets too crappy, and then I will sacrifice it and start using it. And then at some point I'll have to make a new annealing one. So, just the way of it. Let me get my tweezers. I don't want to use my good tweezers because it might be hot. So let me get my other tweezers. And we'll just pull this. See if it's stuck. There we go. Gently pull you over there to cool off. Honestly, it's probably cool right now. There's not much heat in it. But that is now ready for the next step. And 1321. Yeah, and remember this Sawyer number. Oh, crap. What just happened? Oh, weird. Don't worry about it. I looked in and it was one of them was completely black. I'm like, what? But the other one isn't, but it seems to be fading. So, God, I guess I just looked in at the moment where the glue was burning away. So weird. Doesn't matter because we're putting foil over it, but you know, there's always surprising things that happen. Yeah, why is it? There's something going on with, you know what? I didn't let it dry long enough, I guess. You know, I didn't let it dry. I'm gonna. So weird. We'll see. It's fine. Oh, nah, it's fine. All right, this one is the one that we don't ever want to use again until, you know, later. We'll set you over here. Yeah, one is completely yellow. Inexplicably. Inexplicably. We'll look at that later. Yeah. Why? It doesn't matter. It's the inside. But it's going to, whenever I get something like that, I have a procedure. It's like clink, clink. The alarms go off. The door is shut. And I have like a whole cleaning session where I wash out my brushes. There's some contamination. It is almost entirely, I am pretty sure, because I didn't let it dry properly, which is something that I'm super guilty of during these things, these live streams, because I feel like watching enamels dry is not that exciting. So I tend to kind of, overdo it. I rush it. Not a good look. So we're going to try not to have that fall over. Yellow. Oof. And I don't want to have to, I hope I could, no, it's fine. All right. Yellow. All right, let's focus on this. Going into the kiln, not going to fall over. Oh, never mind. Whatever. Day. Done with this. All right, well, let's let these cool. All right, well, let's carefully get my tweezers and get the very delicate. I'm going to take these over to the other table. Just boom. Nothing's going to catch on fire. That's why I didn't zoom in. It's only the glue, that one glue catches on fire. And let's have a look at this one. This one. Not very happy about this. There we go. Just dry. And, oh yeah, my good tweezers. What time is it? Almost 1 o'clock. 2. And we'll probably remember we want that foil to sink in and stick itself to the number 3 Sawyer, which is a little bit harder. So I'm going to definitely go all the way to 1430, maybe up to 1450. You know how it kind of like ramps up a little bit, just to make sure that gold foil sticks down. Maybe I should have ended with the gold foil, but I don't think it actually matters. So, oh, and I was going to do kind of like, well, we'll see in the next one. I'm going to do a little speckling of gold, just so it's not like a line where the gold and the silver starts. Well, but that will be later. All right. So we've clicked 14. Let's do a little longer. Definitely want you to stick down. All right, let's pull you out. There we go. And we'll just let you dry, do your thing. You are fine. Now, let's see what's going on with these earrings. All right, let's meet back and talk about these earrings. Go back to the workbench. All right, so we have our lovely annealed. We'll talk about the annealed. Where to put my? We don't need that. Here's our lovely annealed wire, and I'm going to be real gentle with it because you can see it's annealed because if you bend it up, it'll hold its shape, just like that. And I'm just going to set it over here. Set you on here, and just don't even look at it. Funny, it's so delicate. And all right, so let's look at these earrings. So look, one went yellow. Can you believe it? And I'm going to say it is 100% because I did not let it dry. And for some reason, this one was fine. This one went yellow. Don't you hate? That's why I am so ambivalent about flux in general. And I was just waxing poetic about this number 3 flux. It was like, hold my beer. But it's almost entirely user error, contamination, not letting it dry. So it doesn't matter in this instance because we're putting silver foil over it. So it's going to be okay. I'm like talking myself off the cliff. It's going to be okay. And we're going to get our, but I am going to double check that my brush is clean, because another thing that can cause it is, although I use the same brush for both, so I don't think it was that. So we've got our silver bits that we're going to put over there next. Let's do that while our friend, the bracelet, is drying. And I am going to wash this though, just because. So much drama today for a Tuesday. Maybe it's this tea towel. So much drama. Yeah, let us get, let's zoom in a little bit. How's that? Maybe a little light. And where did we put? There's our glue. And these are not annealed, but it's fine because they're very tiny. And before I do anything, I want to make sure I get the right one in the right thing, I think. You know, because there is a direction for these. Is that the right, or does it flip over? You know what I'm saying? That's right. All right, so let's do it one at a time. Look at that. Just yellow, yellow, yellow. I haven't had something go yellow like that in a while. So it's always, and I know. But that's the pleasure of, this is your set. There, I'm just going to jam you down. Just like that. It doesn't have to be perfectly in, but it needs to fit. There we go. Beautiful. Let's do all of you. So we've got one of you. Let's see. You go like that. Probably could use a smaller brush, but get you right in there. Just like that. There we go. This is just using my fingers. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So we'll let that dry. Let's get this little guy in there. And I think, let me double check the direction. Yeah, that's right. Fits like a glove. Purple. And what's going to happen? Here's the plan. Oops. Because sometimes once you start going yellow, you know what? The plan is I'm going to switch to blue. Then I won't have to worry about it. If worse comes to worse, and it goes yellow on top of this, I can't use it for purple. I'll set it aside and I'll do either an opaque black or something else over it, and I will have to make another base. But I'm going to actually do a blue. I'm going to sift blue over it because that will be a better foil for the purple anyway. And that's just the plan. So much troubleshooting. You can hang out right in there, and then, wait, there we go. Flip you over. There we go. There we are. All right, just press down a little bit. We're going to let you guys dry properly, and we'll fire you, and then we're going to put something on top of you. I'm going to go snag the bracelet and see how the bracelet is doing. Oh, and I need a All right, what's going on with you? All right, let's you. Let's not touch you where the gold is. There we go. Set you down there. All right, the bracelet's still a little too warm, so we will just relax for a moment. We're not multitasking anymore. So let's see. We will, you know what we need to do? We need to wash some of that blue. So I'm going to do that. Well, because that is technically not multitasking. And so let's grab some N55 very pale blue. Ooh, where did you go? Do I have to? 55. Very pale blue. Where are you? I think it is in the drawer and I just missed it. Let's look in the drawer. N55. Very pale blue. Cool blue. N55. Very pale blue. Must be, I must have set it somewhere. Whatever, you know what? Doesn't matter. I bet the bracelet's cool. Let's go get it. Sometimes, yeah, the bracelet is fine. And let's see if this is, let me just put you over here. Who knows? All right, so here is the bracelet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the center with my finger and just press it down to make sure there are no air bubbles. Do not want air bubbles. And you want to be gentle but firm, gentle but firm. And luckily the curly cues are very forgiving. So if you do get, there we go. Make sure you don't want it sticking up on the edge. Your finger is your friend here. There we go. Stick it. God, this is such pretty gold. Don't you love this gold foil? I know I do. So there we go. Now we're going to, and here was what I planned. I was kind of talking about it in front of the kiln to myself. I don't know. I don't want to have this big ass line, but I am going to go ahead and put we're going to start with that. And then after I get another coat of enamel on, I'm going to put a little flecks of gold here just to kind of soften this line so it doesn't look like zoom, because you definitely would notice that line even with all the swirls. So just to kind of soften it, I'm going to put some little splotches of gold to transition to the silver. But that being said, I'm going to put the silver in first. I thought about doing some sort of weird cutout, and then I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. So we don't need this or that, but we do need our trivet, which is right here. And so let me just double check that this fits, and we may have to trim if we made it too big. And I'm going to just, yeah, I'm going to trim off just a hair. See how it kind of is overlapping a little bit? I'm going to trim just a hair off, or I'm going to see if this one fits better and do it in the next one. Because you don't, with this real thick foil, it needs to actually be just a hair smaller than you need it to be. Is this one better? Let's just see. I think so. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. Was. I'm going to trim it just a hair. You know what? Should have done this before we annealed it because it's really, really delicate. But gotta be done. Just going to see if I can trim a little bit off this edge. Not much, not much. Let's get, let's see if we can trim literally this much off. All this, oh, is that too much? Ugh. There we go. Get you out of there. I hope this wasn't too much. We'll find out. That's why I'm so glad we have that other piece if we need it. And I feel like I tore that, but that'll be fine. Let's see if that is a better fit. Bring the white paper back. There we go. What time is it? 1:00. Now I feel like it's too short. You know what? I'm going to do this one and just deal with it. I'm going to trim it after. We'll see how that works out. So, get a little bit of this glue. And I'm going to just try to butt it up to that gold because you don't really want to have it overlap with no glass in between. So we're going to start. I'm actually going to hold it with my fingers, just like that. There's my fingers. Oop. Twist you. Nice job, everybody. Well played. There we go. And I'm going to trim it after it's been fired. Right there. Get my finger into that little edge. Press it down. Just like that. That should be good. There we go. So yeah, but we'll soften that edge and we're going to just let this dry. And do you think we should fire? And we'll fire those other wires. What a day. What a day. So let's move over to the kiln. Let's go over to, oh here, oh look at that. Let us go to the kiln cam, just for funsies. See what's going on over there. So, here we go. Here we go. Oh, hot. Well, that is a hot light, a hot lamp. Now, you can hang out over here. You get nice and hot. Let's get these on. Put you in, just, now that's drying. The earrings are in the kiln. We have a little bit of time left. I know, isn't that, Kim says, the foil is so beautiful with that lovely texture. Yes, it is delicious, delicious. So while that's doing, I want to talk about, I want to get everybody's opinion. I guess I could do a poll, but I don't know how to do that in Twitch or from OBS. So I'm going to be streaming again on Friday. There's two options. I can, because we're pretty much probably just going to get the foil on this. I can, between now and Friday, get the rest of the wires on the exterior, and we can start the color on Friday during the live stream, or we can spend most of the live stream on Friday gluing the wires down on the top, which is very similar to gluing the wires down on the interior. So let me know in the comments if you want to skip ahead to beautiful color on Friday. I can do either. I got, got to finish these earrings, obviously. I've got other things to do, but I can certainly squeeze in gluing some wires down on the bracelet. But if you want to see every single step of this bracelet, I can do that as well, and I won't do anything on the bracelet until Friday. So let me know what you think in the comments. And 1436. Did we click? Oh, now we clicked. Let you do your little thing. All right, you are doing fine. Now you are going to dry a little bit more. Everything is cool, and I am going to maybe cut a new piece of silver while we're doing that. Color. Oh, everyone votes color. All right, you've had enough of gluing wires. I totally get it. Totally. A workbench and me. Oh, you guys are so cute. Whatever's good for you. Trust me, I know color. I want somebody to come and finish these wires so I can get to the color. So that is fun. I'm going to redo this piece because I made it too thin. So hooray. But I made an extra piece of silver. There's nothing in the kiln. Settle down. Settle down. But where did I put that piece of? Oh, there's plenty of time in the schedule. So I will, because you know what I was going to do tomorrow? Well, no, I was going to finish these earrings tomorrow. You know what I was going to do on Wednesday? Sample strips. Because Wednesday was going to be my day off. But then I'm like, or I could rake all the leaves in my yard, or I could do sample strips. Raking, sample strips. Both of them are fun. But, so I actually do have a little wiggle room. We might be doing sample strips in between on Friday of the color though. So that is something. Where did I put the gold leaf? Oh, here you are. So let's cut this last little piece of gold leaf that I messed up. And I know, sample strips. I bet I could do both. Why not both? Why not all of the things? There we go. And this piece has not been annealed. But I don't care. I'm not going to anneal it, but I'm going to cut it. I'm going to be more precise, as precise as I can get. So let's see. Honestly, how many millimeters is it? That's 80. Sounds good. And you know what? I'm going to get a fresh one of these because it really makes a big difference. I could tell. But I'm also, just FYI, as I'm gluing, no, I'm not going to put any enamel on the inside. We'll do it all at once. All right, so let me scooch you over. And 15. me. Yeah, that was too, I need it to be exactly 15. Exactly 15. Start in the middle. There we go. Now we'll save these for a project for another day. And yeah, I think we've got that ready. That is going to dry. Let's go see if our earrings are, this is ready. We're just going to set this aside for now. Let's go grab our earrings. And if I'm going to do the blue, I need to find the blue. So did I pull it out? Did I put the, how are you doing? You're still a little hot. I'm just going to pull you over so you have something to look at while I locate the N55 very pale blue. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to sift more of it. Do I want to? Turquoise. Unknown teal. Oh, there you are, there you are. Why are you in the back of the cupboard like that, hiding? Are you skulking? Skulking over there. I found it, we're good. 55. Very pale blue. Sifted. That should be just fine. So, because remember these are purple and green, this is a very, very pale. I could do yellow over that. Do I want to? Yes. So let's see if these have cooled. Ow. No. Okay, well you can just go over there. And we're just going to take a moment and make sure all this wire, foil, is pressed down. There we go. That's just fine. Same thing goes for over here. Still a little warm. And I'm going to grab the yellow, because you know what we're going to do? I'm going to do something special. And get a clean thing. I'm going to need another sifter and my, oh, we don't have much. That should be enough though. We're going to sift blue over the flower part and yellow over the green part. There we go, because that will look nice. And I think, you have to put the same care and attention into even the little earrings. Get all the love for these sweet little earrings. And that'll just look better because it'll make the greens so much nicer. But let me get a second sifter. Pre-sifted with 200 mesh sifters. So they will be nice and clear. Sifter. Yes. Now I'm going to wash my brush again because I am feeling there we go. And we'll start with the blue. And put this here ready. Get that. Start with the blue. We don't need much. And we don't need you. Let's get our, I'm surprised. Got our nice, gonna paint the blue. I'm gonna make sure it's pressed down, good. Right in the flower. Get you out of the way. And then I'm just going to use my finger to mask that area. And just, there we go. We got the blue on that. And if there's a little blue in there, it won't make that much difference. Because blue and yellow. And we're going to do the same over here. Cover it with my finger. There we go, just like that. And then I'm going to clean this up. That one needs to get washed. Let's put this back in. Good. Got that. And then we're going to do the same, but with the yellow on the other side. Don't go away, N55. I need you later because I'm going to wash you. So N24, my two favorites. N55, N24. I know. Oh, here's the other sifter. A little bit of yellow. That should be enough. And I guess green, but yellow, it's all good. You don't go away either. I'm going to need both of you guys later. We have a date. To just paint a little bit like that. I'm going to try to just gently cover it with my finger. That's good. That'll do. Oh, and I squished it. That's all right. Let me just... I should have started with the green. That'll be fine. We just have to have enough to hold the enamel in. That'll be fine. And then the same thing goes for you, except I'm going to be maybe use a little piece of paper. There we go. I'm just going to get a piece of paper because I think my finger, my big fat finger, has squished it. So we're going to do a little bit like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. There we go. Perfect. Way better, way better. I might even add a little bit. There we go. Nice. Now we're going to let these dry, and let's go fire the bracelet. We are going to the kiln cam. I'm going to go put these under the lamp. We'll fire the bracelet and get that last piece of foil on, and then that will probably be the day. Let's grab a new one of these. There we go. But I'm definitely letting these dry properly. There we go. Let's see if we can... I feel like I need to Would it be better on that one? No, I need to adjust all of these. It's fine. There we go. There we go. Focus. All right, so that's going to take a couple minutes. The little earrings are under there. I'm going to go wash my hands real fast because I've been, you know, playing fast and loose. Where did I put the... go. There. 13. Yeah, nowhere near time. All right, 14:01. Remember, we're letting it definitely give it a good soak so it sticks to the flux. All right, so a little bit longer. And we'll look. Make sure there's nothing terrible going on. There we go. Perfect. We'll let that cool. That is good. All right, we'll clean that up in a moment. All right, I'm going to go to the solo cam, selfie only cam. Hey, oh, here I am. Yeah, I think that is a good place to stop because I'm just going to get that third piece of foil on there and I'm going to want to anneal it, so it's just going to be an extra shenanigans. So that pretty much concludes what we're doing together anyway. I'm going to work in a couple more hours in the studio, get some things done, and we will be back on Friday starting the colors. It's going to be so exciting. There are, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 colors, and there's probably going to be more. So it's a rainbow. It is the rainbow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my Twitch channel. Again, do subscribe if you can figure it out and you have that inclination. Also, please check out my Vimeo channel if you haven't. Yeah, you're getting the blurb at the end. And what else? EnamelArtJam.com. Go there, sign up to participate for 2023. I want to see everybody. There's 17 people. I need 17 people to sign up. You know, there's no stress. It's not a competition. It's a self-challenge. So don't be shy. Please sign up for the EnamelArtJam.com 2023. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you on Friday. Friday's going to be gorgeous, too. Maybe we'll do it outside. So take care, everybody.